I have people ask me all the time, how do you deal with difficult people? How do you deal with a negative boss? How do you deal with a toxic family member? How do you deal with a difficult spouse? Truth be told, no one likes dealing with a difficult person. Life would be so much easier if we could just avoid all the negative people, all the people we dislike, especially the haters. But as they say, life happens. People are who they show themselves to be, and you can't get away from people. At the end of the day, you have to be honest with yourself about what you can and can no longer tolerate. Being honest with yourself can be painful, but highly rewarding. When honesty meets your willingness to change, there is no telling the ways you can grow and improve and change the dynamics of your relationships. I invite you to lean into your self-honesty here and ask yourself, what am I tolerating? What is this costing me? Why have I been tolerating this for as long as I have been? And is there a payoff to this? What's actually true about what I want and what I don't want? What are you no longer willing to tolerate? It's been said that one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch, and often that applies to business, ministry, family, environments. It usually is easy to identify that negative Nancy or Debbie Downer who wreaks havoc wherever they go, who opposes your morale, your values, their bad attitudes, catastrophic thinking, and what I would call fatalistic outlooks can infiltrate the ranks and spread like an epidemic in your life, in your circles, if you don't put a stop to it. Negative people can also cause problems for us on various levels, and sometimes we don't have the capacity to handle their toxicity.
He's trying to make a difference. There's something down inside of him. He can't figure out what it is. Nobody's taken ownership of it. The Egyptians haven't embraced it. The Hebrews don't like it. Moses doesn't understand it. Yet when he sees conflict, he runs in there with a big S on his shirt, and he runs out there with his cape and his boots on, and he's trying to help people who don't even like him. Have you ever tried to help people who don't even appreciate the help you're trying to give them? And there you are trying to make a difference in their life, and the very people you trying to help are giving you the most hell you ever had in all of your life, because you have never been hurt till you get hurt by somebody you trying to help.
The truth is, sometimes we knowingly and unknowingly give toxic individuals place in our lives and don't realize it has an influence on our thoughts, views, behaviors, and emotions, which could have been prevented. To the other extreme, whether you spend 2 hours complaining about that boss you don't like, or you constantly let an angry family member ruin your day, it's important to regain your power, your personal power, your God-given power. Stop allowing yourself to be emotionally drained by people or things you cannot control. Scripture says, how can two walk together except they agree? Make up your mind and stop tolerating messy people or people who oppose everything that you're called to do. Don't be like Mike. Don't tolerate, but rather confront and address the negative and move forward. Tolerating things and people who are constantly negative is a waste of time, effort, and energy. They keep you from being yourself and enjoying life to the fullest, the way that God intended for you to experience life. Generally, it's a fast track to anger, frustration, and touchiness, and almost everyone does too much of this. Toleration adds up. They're like little holes put into your personal happiness cup. You put happiness in, but you end up feeling drained anyway. You are responsible for what and who you allow and don't allow into your life. So here's some wisdom for you. Guard your heart. Choose your attitude. Manage your time, what you give attention to and your thoughts to. Choose to righteously respond to negative people and don't allow them to suck you into their foolishness. And last but not least, only give yourself to people that qualify and disqualify those who don't value or respect you. On a closing note, people who tell you the truth aren't negative, messy, or toxic. They're the ones who care enough about you to tell you the truth. Sometimes it's not about what we tolerate from other people that's hurting us. It's what we have tolerated, what we've been tolerating for too long from ourselves that destroys us from the inside out.